If you're not getting followers on TikTok, there's a good chance you're making one of these 5 mistakes. And the big one is not using short form content to build watch time and get massive views. And you might be thinking, hey, it's TikTok, everything is short form content. But what I'm talking about in particular is the real short text-based content that you see that's really common on TikTok. You might think and look around and go, I want to create talking head educational video because I'm a coach and I want to get everything across. I want to educate my audience. And that's the mistake that I made early on when I was on TikTok as well. You see, the most important thing that you can do on TikTok is build watch time. It's what determines that you get the most views, and it's what allows you to go viral and build your audience and attract people. That way, the educational depth-based content can be more effective to build trust, to convert people into leads, and eventually into buyers. And the fact of the matter is that it's easier to get a higher percentage of watch time with short videos than it is with long videos. So early on, if you do the 5 to 8 second style videos that have the text on the screen, where you're getting your message and you're giving your value, but you're doing it in a way where they're taking time to read, you're maybe pairing it with a trending sound, which increases your opportunity to go viral, and that video is just looping over and over and over again while they're reading, you're going to get much higher percentages of watch time, maybe even more than 100% watch time, which means you're going to get bigger views on that particular video. And this is important because the bigger the views you get, the more people that see your videos, the more data that the TikTok algorithm is going to have to figure out who is responding to your videos and to categorize your account so that way they can show you to the right people. And if they're showing you to the right people, then those people are going to watch more, and that's another way to get more watch time and increase your views. And it all just turns into this flywheel. But first, when you're just starting out, take advantage of those short videos in order to get the big watch time. Now, I already have a couple of videos on how to create that short form content, how to find those trending sounds. I'm going to go ahead and put those in the description below so you can check them out when you're done with this video. Another mistake that you could be making, and I've made it myself, is talking about too many topics on your account. One of the most important, if not the most important thing when it comes to watch time is that your videos are shown to the right people. And I already touched on this a little bit, but if your videos aren't being shown to the people that are interested in the topic that you're talking about, they're just going to swipe on past. And so you want to do everything in your power to help the algorithm figure out what you're about so they can categorize you and show you to the people that are interested in your particular niche topic. Those people are going to watch for longer. They're going to go to your profile. They're going to watch other videos, and they're going to be the most likely to click on your link and go in and buy products from you or join your email list or whatever it is that you have to offer. So there's a couple of things that you can do to help the algorithm categorize you, but the most important one is just starting off by talking about one topic and getting some traction there first. And I know that if you are a multi-interest entrepreneur type like myself, that there's a lot of things you want to talk about, or there's a lot of things that you know how to do that you want to share with other people. But you need to figure out what is like the one big umbrella thing and start there, get some traction, start to build it up, and then you'll be able to add the topics later. But first, you have to get that traction. Now, don't worry about your audience getting bored with you talking about the same topic over and over again. The reality is that like 90% of your views are going to come from the For You page on TikTok. And that means that people are seeing your content and discovering you for the first time. It's one of the great things about TikTok is that it's this awareness platform that allows you to attract new people into your world. And so we want to take advantage of that. And the people that are seeing your videos over and over again, that are going back to your profile and watching your videos, or they're going to their follower page to make sure they see your content, they followed you for a reason. They followed you because of the topic you were talking about and the problem that you were helping them solve, and they want more of the same thing.
They threw cones, they threw chairs.
And so it's okay even if you have a topic that's very similar and they see it again, because they need to hear it again in order to understand it, in order to implement it, in order to take action and get results with the information you're giving them. That way they'll eventually trust you and want to buy from you. So whether they're new people or it's people seeing the content over and over again, it's okay to be on the same topic because that's actually going to help you grow. Now, I know the other concern is that you might be like, I don't want to get boxed into this one topic. And that's, if you're like me, where you have a lot of interests, like that's a very real concern. But the reality is you are going to be able to expand your content later. Become known for one thing, get traction, get people coming back from that and start to build that audience. And then you're going to be able to bring in all the similar related topics that you want to talk about. Now, before we move on, I want to talk about some tactical things that are actually going to help you get more views and more followers. And the big things that you want to know if you want the algorithm to be able to categorize you, besides talking about the same thing, is that you want to make sure that you're using very keyword rich descriptions and hashtags, and even in the words that you're saying in your videos. You want to figure out what is the cornerstone hashtag. What is the cornerstone topic, like the big umbrella topic that you're going to talk about in all of your content? For me, that's social media marketing or social media marketing strategy. That's the big umbrella that fits every single video that I talk about, both on YouTube and on TikTok. And so that is not only going to be my hashtag that I include in every single post, but it's generally a topic that I'm mentioning inside of my descriptions and in the videos themselves. And then from there, you want to build out 5 to 10 other hashtags that fall under that umbrella that you're able to use, so that way every video you have about 4 to 5 hashtags that are appropriate to that video to help signal what it's about. Now, I could go on and on about the hashtags and the importance of hashtags. I'll have to do that in another video. So if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of these TikTok guides, so I can help you get your first 10,000 followers or scale up to over 50,000 like I've done. Now, some people don't have the problem of being multi-niche or having too many topics. They're actually good at coming up with a niche, and maybe this is you. They have the problem of going too niche, where it almost feels too small, and they're having a hard time getting the big views and attracting the audience and the following. And so if this is you, this is going to be really helpful. If you're focusing on one niche and it feels like it's too niche, it's too small, then I want you to take it one level broader, like one step bigger, maybe even 2 steps depending on where you're at. And the reason for this is because you need to have like a little bit of a bigger reach in order to get awareness and to attract people and have your content turn into a lead generation machine for you. And that doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to attract your ideal clients or ideal customers. It just means that you're being too specific. And one of the best ways that I've ever had this explained to me is that you need to be doing the basic 101 level course with your content if you want to even be in the conversation. Because if you're talking to all of the beginners out there, you're going to get this massive reach. And the great thing about these algorithms and the way they categorize people based on their interest is that if you're talking to the beginner level and you're reaching everybody that has that interest, that's going to include the advanced people too. Whereas like, let's say that you're working with, like for me, I'm in the marketing world. If I'm working with like really advanced, successful 7-figure entrepreneurs, which I do actually do at my agency, I'm just trying to reach those people. It's going to be really hard for me to reach them. But if I talk to everybody that's just getting started, growing a coaching business or a digital product course type business and working on marketing and generating leads and sales and all of those kind of things, I'm going to reach a much bigger audience. And if I'm able to reach, let's say 100,000 people instead of 1,000 people, then that's going to make it way more likely that I'm going to reach, say, 10, 20, 50 of my perfect ideal client, even if they are in that smaller group. And I want to give you 2 like big time, big name examples to help illustrate this. All right. So if you know of Alex Hormozy or Gary Vee, they do this perfectly. Their content is built for a broad audience and attracts massive views, and they've been able to really build their personal brand. But 99% of the people that watch their content are not their customers. With Gary Vee, everything he does is about being on the cutting edge when it comes to social media, being on every platform, predicting where things are going. He's basically demonstrating his expertise and his knowledge and his ability to predict markets in the social media landscape. That way, the big brands, the big fish, will hire his agency. Alex Hormozy, on the other hand, talks about how he has nothing to sell you, and he's just trying to teach you everything he knows to help you get to $3 million a year in revenue. And at that time, if you want somebody to invest in your company, that's when he can step in and help you. And so he's helping all of these new online business owners, these scaling online business owners, get to multiple 7 figures. And that's what his content's for. But even though only maybe 1% of the people that are consuming that content are actually his ideal clients, he's attracting those people, he's demonstrating his expertise, and he's building the reputation by being everywhere and talking about the numbers and talking about the companies he's helped. And so you want to do something similar, maybe on a smaller level. And so if you're talking about a really niche topic, go a little bit broader so you can be in the bigger conversation, attract the bigger audience. And then when you're attracting those larger numbers, you're going to get much higher quality clients that are going to come in as you kind of fill filter them down to exactly who you want to work with. Now, going a little bit broader doesn't just apply to like the topics you're talking about. It also talks about the copy that you're using. And I want to provide you an example of that. If you look at this video, this was a TikTok I did to promote my YouTube channel. And I was using a hook, 5 YouTubers that aren't flashy and show you how to build a 6- and 7-figure business. And this always worked pretty well. It generated me leads. It got people over to my YouTube channel and consuming my longer form content. But I never got big views with it. And then I took this principle and I made it broader. And so I did 5 YouTubers that aren't flashy and actually show you how to quit the 9-to-5. That is way more relevant to a bigger number of people. And so taking almost the exact same video and format and sound and text and everything, and then just making that hook a little bit broader. When I went broader, I did like 135,000 views or something similar to that the first time I posted it. So this can be a really helpful strategy that you can use with individual videos. If you have a video that's doing well, but you want to see if it can do bigger, take it a little bit broader. Just be careful and make sure that all of your content is still applicable to your niche, because I do have this video that has over 2 million views that is like one of the biggest regrets I ever have with creating content, because although it got a ton of views, it barely got me any followers and it got me almost no leads. Whereas I have videos that had like 50 to 100,000 views that generated me like over 1,000 leads in a 3 to 4 day period. Another huge mistake is taking long breaks or posting infrequently. And I'm not saying that you need to post 3 to 5 times a day like a lot of TikTok gurus are. I think that you need to pick the amount that you can post consistently and try to show up at least Monday to Friday, if not every other day. And the big thing with this is that you just need to build systems that make it easy for you to post. Because if you're taking the time to sit and think of what you're gonna do and do the whole process, like every day, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna come up with an idea and I'm gonna record it and I'm gonna edit it and I'm gonna write all the copy and I'm gonna post it, it's too easy to fall behind. And so there's a couple of things that I want you to do. Number one, like always try to have one in the tank. Always try to have at least one video ready to go for the next day. That way, no matter what happens, whether it's your kids or something in your personal life, or you're just tired, not feeling it, you get sick, whatever, like you have something ready to go. The other thing is that I want you to create some catalogs so you can start collecting ideas. Because if you have ideas ready to go, so that way you can have a different time where you're thinking about what to post, and when you actually do the creation, it becomes much easier. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you this on my phone. So you're gonna go to your profile, and if you go to this little bookmarks tab, and then you can go over to collections, and you're going to be able to create new collections. And what I want you to do is I want you to create 2 collections. Okay, I put them in all caps. One is going to be all called ideas, and you're going to keep it private. The next collection that you want to put, you can put different videos in there. The next collection that you want to create is called hooks. Okay, once again, private, and you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna put that in there. Now, here's how I like to use these 2 catalogs. Whenever I see a video that's a text-based video, one of those short form content videos, I'm gonna put that in ideas, because I'm gonna be kind of emulating that. I'm going to modify it to my own version of the text, but I'm oftentimes gonna be kind of mimicking what they're doing in the video and using that trending sound. So those go into ideas. But then the hooks folder is gonna be when I'm consuming the more educational content and I see a really good hook, like the first line that they say, like the first line of this video. If you're not getting followers on TikTok, there's a good chance you're making one of these 5 mistakes. Like if I see a hook like that and I'm like, man, I can make a video on that, or I think it's a good structure for a hook, I'm gonna put it in that folder so that way later I can brainstorm, come up with ideas really easily, because I'm not starting with a blank page. I'm starting with something to build off of. The next thing that I would recommend doing is kind of splitting up your days of the week. So have days that you record, have days that you research, have days that you edit. So if I'm trying to put this in like a weekly schedule, I might do something like record on Mondays, and then Tuesday is going to be when I'm doing my editing, getting everything ready to post. Wednesday is going to be planning and research, scripting, whatever it is that you need to do. I'm going to record again on Thursday, and then more planning, scripting, and that research on Friday. And that's actually the structure that I'm using in the week. And when you do this, it's so much easier, because you're just like, okay, today I'm recording 7 videos to make sure I have everything I need for the next week if you're doing 1 a day. And then you have days to plan. And it just, being able to compartmentalize like that makes the process so much easier, and it makes it so you start your day with a plan. You know exactly what you're doing. And when you take out having to think about what to do, it's so much easier to actually create and avoid procrastination. Now, the 5th mistake that you could be making if you're not getting enough followers on TikTok is that you aren't reposting or remaking your best content. And this could honestly be number 1, but I wanted to put it at the end because you really need to make sure you're mastering all of the other things to fully leverage this strategy. And this is the strategy that most of the TikTok gurus and the big content creators out there that you've seen are actually using. using and never really talk about, which is when you have a video go viral or it has a lot of success, it generates a lot of leads or a lot of saves or these things that are good for your content and your business, you want to actually download it and repost it again without the watermark. You also want to talk about that exact same topic again in a different format or using a slightly different hook, or exactly the same but with a different video, a different background. And so I want to show you how to do this as an example, at least for the reposting, because some of the best growth I've had have been taking these rockstar videos and just using them over and over and just posting them like once a month as we grow. So what you're going to do is you're just going to find one of your viral videos, or if you have, like this one had 7,000 views, it was a talking head like educational video, but it generated like a lot of leads and stuff for me and was good social proof. So you're going to want to take that, go to that video, you're going to hit this little thing here where you can share, and you're just going to go, whoop, that first one, copy link. Okay, so once you have it, you're just going to want to go ahead and paste it, not paste that into the browser. You're going to want to go to snaptick.app, and you're going to go there, and then you're going to paste that, not in the browser, but there in that little input, and you're going to click download. And this looks super cheap, but I promise it won't hurt your phone. It won't do anything. You're just going to click it. You're going to go to download. You're going to see an ad like this. You're going to click the X. And when you do, it's going to give you the option download, okay? And there it is in the bottom of the screen. I'm using a Mac or an iPhone, but this kind of works on anything. You're going to go to downloads, and now you're able to see that video, and I can actually go here and I can save the video to my phone. Now, once you save the video to your phone, you're going to be able to create a new one. And this actually works way better with those short form text on screen videos. I should have done it with that, because generally what you're going to want to do is you have a trending sound that you used for that song. So you're going to want to click here at the bottom where it goes to the sound, and mine's an original sound, obviously. So you're using that trending sound. You're going to want to use it again, and then you're going to go to your uploads, and you're going to go ahead and put that video in. And now you're going to click on the top where it says the sounds, and you're going to turn off, there's this check that says original sound at the bottom. So what happens is you're adding it to the sound that you used, and then the original sound means the sound on the video. You want to turn off your video sound, because if not, you're going to hear both of the exact same sound playing at the same time, and you don't want to do that. Once that's done, you have the video here. You're just going to hit next. You're going to go ahead and put in what you want for your description. I usually use almost the exact same description. I might change it slightly. I'm going to put in the same hashtags and everything, and then boom, you post it and it's good to go. And this strategy is so easy to use, especially on those short videos with the trending sounds and the text videos. I have a video that I've gotten 1 million views with twice, and with a different video like background of what I'm doing in the video on each one, but it's the exact same text, same description, same trending sound, same hashtags, and both variations of it went viral. And every time I post one of those, the exact same one, they still get hundreds of thousands of views, bring me in plenty of new followers and plenty of leads. So you definitely want to take advantage of this strategy. Now, at this point, you might be thinking, Mike, this is great. I know the mistakes to avoid, but like, how do I just do it correctly in the first place? So I want you to watch this next video, which is my complete guide to getting your first 1,000 subscribers on TikTok. It's actually the exact step-by-step method, everything I did to get from 0 to 10,000 followers in under 60 days. And I've used the exact same strategy to build up to nearly 60,000 followers at this point. So check that out and let me know if you have any questions in the comments.